The biggest draw for us was really for the microbiome component, where we do a lot of 16S amplicon sequencing. And there we really have issues with different inputs of DNA from our samples. So we don't usually like to normalize all of the DNA concentrations going into a reaction, in part because some of the projects will have hundreds or thousands of samples, and it's just huge amount of labor up front, and that we're not convinced is actually incredibly important. But also that even if you normalize the input DNA, that doesn't mean you have the same number of target molecules. Let's say if you're targeting 16S gene, just because you put 5 nanograms in one sample and 5 nanograms in another, doesn't mean you have the same number of 16S ribosomal RNA gene copies. So one of the things that we really like the iconPCRs for the 16S amplicon sequencing, where we can normalize the fluorescence yield of the amplicon without having to worry so much about the input DNA concentration, but also not having to worry about over-amplifying the genomic DNA. For us, the kind of take-home message that we're increasingly thinking of is that PCR in a way is your enemy. The more cycles that you do, everything kind of gets worse. So the iconPCR for us is really a mechanism to limit the number of PCR cycles and limit the damage you do through amplification of your template molecules.